38 begins here in Sardinia, the first step on the road to Naples. Look at this boat out in front. Luna Rossa Women and Youth. There is one boat that right now is not showing up with everybody else. That is GB1.
I think from here it's really just damage limitation.
This is a big capsize for Athena Pathway.
You never know what's around the corner in these boats and this type of racing, so just keep pushing, keep trying to get results, keep learning and see where we end up.
La Roche-Posay going from 30 knots to perhaps 2 or 3.
If we sail clean and if we perform properly, it's going to be in our hands to be up there fighting against the best, so that's what we're going for.
The Cup defenders have found their winning form.
From a sailor's perspective, it was amazing racing. Everywhere we looked, there was an Italian boat trying to pass us.
Emirates Team New Zealand are wet and stopped.
There's plenty going off and plenty going wrong and bits to repair and a near capsize, so it's full of excitement today.
None of them are taking their foot off the gas.
It was epic to get 8 boats out on the course in some awesome conditions for these boats.
This could have been a big moment for Luna Rossa.
The waves were pretty bumpy.
What a performance in the very first race here in Sardinia.
I knew that we were fast, so I'm not so surprised.
The first race goes the way of Luna Rossa Women and Youth.
On the water, I think each boat is just a boat. It's not Peter Burling, it's not Dylan Fletcher, it's just another boat to beat.
It is not surprising to see Luna Rossa Women and Youth 9 points clear.
The plan for us is to keep calm, stay focused, be fast, and keep things simple, and that's the main goal.
The America's Cup is back, and in Italy, we're in Cagliari, Sardinia for day 2 on the road to Naples. The first steps towards the 38th America's Cup next year. This is where all the teams, including the defender, go toe-to-toe in identical AC40s to see who comes out on top. It's a chance to gain confidence and shake up the running order with a strong performance here at the America's Cup Preliminary Regatta, Sardinia. Let's take a look at the standings after day 1. The big story is the dominating performance from Italy's women and youth team. Only 3 races completed. They stand 9 points clear of the fleet in this high-scoring regatta. Their teammates, the principal Luna Rossa team, are ranked 2nd on points, sit tied with Emirates Team New Zealand, Women and Youth, Tudor Team Alinghi and Emirates Team New Zealand. All 4 teams on 20 points. The goal today is 3 more fleet races, followed by 2 more fleet races tomorrow with 10 points on offer for the winner of each race. After that, just the top 2 teams will face off in a winner-takes-all match race final. Well, the scene is set for some great racing here, and the sailors are certainly excited.
You can't help but be super impressed by this young outfit. Look at them, they're loving it. They're clinical, unemotional, mature performance despite all that noise. They need more of the same, but behind them we're in for a treat. 5 boats, as you say, all within a point and massive expectation to deliver. Remember, it's all about being in the top 2 by tomorrow afternoon. I'm expecting fireworks.
Yesterday, this city delivered. The water put on a great display of racing, and the sailors certainly pushed their AC40s to the limit. This has been their home on the southern shore of Sardinia. The city of Cagliari has welcomed them all, not just for this competition, but also for training. So it's no surprise to see the race village alive with energy. Odile, we've had such a great atmosphere down there on the shorelines.
It's an amazing feeling. The shores are full. People are waving their flags, screaming at the top of their lungs. This is, of course, Luna Rossa's home spot. But now we have all 8 boats here hoping to deliver their best performance. The fans can get right up close, feel all the action here in beautiful Cagliari.
And there's been a great energy, of course, most of it directed towards the home favourites, Luna Rossa. But everybody has had their chance to feel the warmth of the crowd here. But now it's about performance and taking it to the water.
Well, tension is high here in Cagliari. It is moving day. Teams must deliver to keep any finals ambition alive. Having a game plan about how best to navigate this track is key. The course is tight, providing the sailors with plenty of opportunity to show off their manoeuvring skills. There are 3 laps with a turning gate at each end before a blistering 40 knot plus downwind leg to the finish. Another stellar forecast, 13 to 16 knots with a building chop to add to the spice.
Down on the water here, we've been gifted another beautiful Sardinian sea breeze. And for now, the wave state is a little bit more manageable than the carnage we had yesterday. So expect to see some very tight racing. The boats have been throwing in very complicated maneuvers in the pre-start warm-up.
Luna Rossa women and youth are led by youth AC winner Gradoni alongside women's AC winners Porro and Jubilee and 29er world champion Giovanni Santi.
And following that masterclass from their teammates, pressure is high for the principal Luna Rossa team. New driving duo of Tita and Burling will be feeling the heat. They need to demonstrate they can deliver when it counts.
21-year-old Jake Pye skippers Emirates Team New Zealand women and youth with bronze medalist Dawson on starboard, backed up by Woodall and Armit on trim.
Playing catch-up is Tudor Team Alingi. Goodison driving on starboard, quickly building trust with new co-pilot Phil Robertson. Making them look good on trim is Sabella and Rolla.
The Cup defenders are led by Outeridge and Menzies on the wheels, with the superb skills of gold medalist Jensen and multiple AC winner Maloney providing the power.
Back for their second Cup, this sailing lineup has an infectious energy. Delapierre and experienced Trim Saunders are on starboard, and on port, Spain's unstoppable gold medal duo of Botin and Trittle.
Britain's most successful Olympic female sailor leads Athena Pathway, and Mills has fellow gold medalist Aldridge alongside, with Matt Beck and 20-year-old Sam Webb trimming.
Well, this is a sad sight, plagued by technical failure. Well, plagued by technical failure on day one. This morning, GB1 were confident they were good to go, but it seems their misfortune is continuing. They had to head back to the port with ongoing hydraulic pump complications. Hopefully we'll see them a bit later.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling is complete, and this race is live.
7 boats on the water, 1 returning to shore, but perhaps with the opportunity to get back out on the race course. But really, the story today is, can Luna Rossa women and youth, this boat here in the grey fleet, the second boat, the non-principal team, but the team that is lighting it up on the racetrack, can they do the same again?
They are impressive, whether it's in the mix zone or on the racetrack. Just so cool, so mature in every area of the sport. Luna Rossa have done a great job nurturing them. They seem to have all the answers in every department, but today is the real test. If they're going to be strong coming into tomorrow, it has to count.
Down on the water here, we've just seen a little bit of a right shift, so I've got the boat end up for the moment. Watch for a bit of congestion up that end.
Well, we saw yesterday just how hard it was with that congestion, but with that sea state as well. And Odile, before we came on air, you were saying that perhaps it's a bit of a different challenge today.
Yeah, it looks very manageable today, so I expect to see a lot more tactical situations, right close-up racing.
1 minute to go before the start of race 4 here in Cagliari. 7 boats on the water. Who will get the top spot?
The conditions by comparison are easier. I mean, this start is crucial. You have to come off this line with extra pace, just get a real burst. They must deliver here.
Italy youth and women's are not up on the foil yet. They had a small misfortune. It's a race against the clock for them now to get to the start line, foiling and going.
30 seconds to go, and it is light. It is not the full power offering that we saw yesterday. The sea breeze hasn't yet got full strength, so getting on the foils and staying fast is going to be the real challenge here. 3 teams coming in at the moment from the right-hand side on the foils and with the right-of-way. Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth coming in for the start line. Athena Pathway lining up to the right alongside La Roche-Posay, very close to the line and over right now, needing to find a way down. It's chaos on the line as the gun fires multiple boats over.
Restart, France restart penalty.
Well, after all of that, just one team being spotted by the race management team. France so far over the line, needing to come back and re-dip. So, Luna Rossa getting clear for the moment.
This is the umpires. Italy B penalty.
Well, a boat-on-boat penalty for Luna Rossa. And look at this on the left-hand side of our picture. Dill, you called it. It looked like Luna Rossa, women and youth, still down, not foiling.
Yeah, they just got their boat back up on the foil, but they are only now at the start line, whereas everybody is already far away up the course, so they've got a comeback race up to go.
So much gas in that start box as well. It's actually quite light. We're only seeing 10, 12 knots. Really hard for them. They have a lot to do.
Pressure is good on our right. And that performance. Down the boat well, eh? Keeps this boat flat. 15. On the right. There's one right down.
We're crossing ahead of the pack of boat on the left.
Do we want to go all the way?
We've seen the boats struggling a little bit for power down in the bottom section of that course where it's a bit lighter. They're on their J3s or the smallest jib, so it's hard to build speed out of these maneuvers. But looking up the course, the consistent pressure up there, they should be good.
Finding that breeze, finding that power. Before we came on air, Cole, Adil, that was all that you guys were talking about. You know these boats incredibly well, but right now, Luna Rossa, women and youth, on the top left-hand side, along with La Roche-Posay Racing Team, had a disastrous start in this race. At the halfway stage, Luna Rossa, potentially the powerhouse entry with Peter Burling at the helm, is in the lead, but it is narrow.
The majority of the packs switch to head out to this right-hand side, and to my eye, I think they're heading just into a little bit more pressure out there.
Well, just coming to the right-hand lay line is Hannah Mills and her Athena Pathway team. Difficult day yesterday. They'll be looking to consolidate today, move up the rankings.
Big duck.
They're on ley lines, so we're going to hit them. Okay.
Yesterday, Athena Pathway was getting close to boats. And today, again, they did. This time, it was Emirates Team New Zealand that decided to push things so close. In the distance, just in front of the British team, coming across, looking very strong as well. As normal, Luna Rossa, women and youth, just compounding the disturbed air for Athena Pathway.
You can see how hard it is to stay in a difficult spot like that. Massive gas bubble off the back of the twin-skinned mainsails. Hannah Mills really struggling to stay there.
Probably right, no?
Yeah, I would say right.
Phase 1,
7 teams on the water with GB1 forced for an early retirement, trying to fix their boat. The British are having to watch, and 2 boats late off the start line. But for the 5 pushing into the top, it is still incredibly crowded.
And ready, 3.
Luna Rossa, women and youth, leading the field here in Sardinia. Emirates Team New Zealand splitting for that left-hand turn.
2, 1, bearing away, your wheels. No issues.
Okay, coming away, 3, 2, 1, here we go, your wheel. Let's just keep it fast here, keep it ripping. Fast, right?
They're coming round those marks thick and fast, aren't they now? It is so close.
Now, I've got to correct myself here because I was getting far too excited about the performance that we saw yesterday from Luna Rossa Women and Youth. It's actually the senior team. That is how much the rulebook was rewritten yesterday, with Marco Gridoni and Margherita Porro performing so well. But today, they are languishing. They are down in 6th. So, as normal as it would seem, Peter Burling and Ruggiero Tita, the strong performers from the Italian team, are now in the lead. This is what the form book said we would see, but it was not what was happening yesterday. Can they hold it all the way to the bottom?
Oh, little touchdown by Alinghi there. As Cole said, they're on the small jibs. They're underpowered. We've only seen 10 knots at the moment. This is tough.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening to 1.1.
shortening the gate, bringing the course down, lighter winds. And with lighter winds, if you're chasing, then that's going to give you fewer opportunities to capitalize on mistakes from the rest of the field.
Exactly. I don't expect to see any capsizing happening today. The most they can hope for is a boat falling off of the foils due to a bad maneuver.
Might make a late gain down here.
Emirates Team New Zealand in second place.
5, just go a little bit beyond it. Yep. Happy here.
3, 2, 1, and 1.
Sam Menzies steering into that jibe. I think it's 21, 22, just won the 49er Worlds. First time helming in the America's Cup arena. What a job he is doing.
2, 1, and 4 up.
Last movement, apex and nothing.
Better we? Okay.
Tube gun on. Yeah, it's coming.
Transition later, single board, yeah. And ready to round up in 3, 2, 1, and coming up now.
They didn't feature strongly in the racing yesterday, but they are on fine form here in race 4. Luna Rossa leading at the bottom of the course. It is close, though, between first and second. Emirates Team New Zealand going for that right-hand turn for the women and youth Kiwi team. And Athena Pathway chase the Italians out to the right.
2, board down, and turning.
Tudor Team Alinghi rounding and going straight into attack at the bottom.
And it's nice to see that maneuver from Alinghi. It shows just how maneuverable these boats are, turning right around that bottom gate, choosing to go to the left-hand side of the course where clear air is.
They only just got away with it, though. That is a massive, that's a massive maneuver. They are underpowered. It is lighter winds.
Big split between the leaders here, and I like the pressure out on the right that Luna Rossa Senior is just getting themselves into now.
Well, just some statistics to give you at this halfway stage, and have a look at this. The number of maneuvers pretty close between the two boats, but the downwind speeds all within 0.1, half a knot of each other between Emirates Team New Zealand, Luna Rossa, and just as it updates here, because we have had a change of place out on the race course. So a little bit of difference in upwind and downwind performance, but right now only 39 meters between Italy coming over from the right-hand side and the Kiwis.
We want to...
I don't mind the left on the top, eh? What do you think, Peter?
It's 10 seconds or 5 seconds till they're probably going to hit us.
No, it's a left phase now. You want to
we are 1 ahead.
They're continuing.
Yeah, nice. Good for us.
Yeah, they were saying good for us, and I think it is good for them because they are now on their own heading out to that top right side of the course where breeze has been good all day so far.
So it's probably going just slightly past the ley line. It's 12 past to get to the zone.
I think we were surprised, and certainly Nathan Outridge was surprised that the Italians didn't plant one on them. Didn't want to engage, happy where they're going. They obviously have a click of pace, the Italians, upwind, and are not shy of using it.
You hear them discussing there, they're talking about setting up on the right-hand zone to earn that right-hand turn and get back into the pressure on the way down.
Stand by, 2, 1, and on. Slow forward. And turn.
Emirates Team New Zealand, they had gained on the right, but a little bit of board trouble going into that tack. How much will it affect their very fragile lead?
Race committee from Italy, we agree. We have the softer block.
This is looking strong for the Kiwis here. They've gained on the right. The rules are with them. What can the Italians do as we get into gate 1?
We want to go right here.
If they go right, if we have the option.
If they go right, we want to follow and try to get inside.
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Oh, it's a question.
Yep.
The bias is good, the pressure is there, and we'll go straight.
Yeah, happy to go straight. Keep the race close. On a wheel. Back going inside us.
It was bow to bow, and then a very tight tack on the inside for the Kiwis, and they just snatched the lead at the top of the course. Smooth sailing and a perfect exit from that mark.
They said happy to go straight, happy to keep the race close. They're talking about that sometimes you cannot make a different decision, but your best decision is to stay composed, stay with your opponent and wait for your next shot.
And coming away. And your wheel.
Race committee, Italy grey, we don't have the software working.
Yeah, Italy Grey Race Committee copies. We are looking into it.
1, 2, 1. Thanks. Swap skips.
As the rest of the field comes round, this is the most stretched out that we have seen this fleet so far here in Cagliari, but it is not stretched out. It is not open for the leaders. For 1 and 2, Emirates team New Zealand, they want the lead, they have it, but my word, they nearly let it slip through their fingers.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tough jibe. They stayed for very long on 2 boards, doing a very slow turn, and ooh, that put themselves in jeopardy.
Then we're going to go steeper still, or faster lap a little bit?
Halfway down the run, and it is neck and neck between these 2 powerhouse teams.
Obviously just above below here.
Yeah, and they're locked from the top, so we're just going to lead it for the left mark.
Italy Grey, you're about to go to the zone of the boundary.
Let me coming down a little. I'll be watching the lap, don't worry. You want to push us out of the lane?
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, lengthening the course to 1.2 nautical miles.
I think we've still got a certain behind them, What do you think?
Think so?
The right doesn't look bad, so just see us out to the jibe.
Okay, get ready for the jibe, guys.
Sink down a couple.
2, 1, 4. Plan here.
Left mark, I think be okay, won't it?
Go to it, and following that into on board.
Emirates team New Zealand being aggressive. Luna Rossa on the attack in second place and a double jibe. They have shaken the Kiwis loose. Can they keep their speed up for this turn? Simultaneously round the bottom, New Zealand and Luna Rossa heading upwind again for the final lap.
I will.
Athena Pathway jibing for the bottom as Tudor team Alingi with a big splash down. They'll see the fleet sailing past. Athena Pathway are in trouble. They are down and slow, and Emirates team New Zealand women and youth just having to avoid.
They weren't getting across the Kiwis. They had to do something quickly and are paying a big price.
2 boats down and in the water. Tudor team Alingi and Athena Pathway.
And it looks like Emirates Team New Zealand made a good choice by keeping that boat speed up and heading out to the right-hand side of the course.
Pull the wire?
I think so, and then we'll just go.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1, and forward. And man.
We saw at the bottom, Emirates Team New Zealand rounded with about 10 knots extra boat speed, but on the first lap we saw gains out, the second lap we saw gains out at Luna Rossa in that low left. Expect Team New Zealand to protect the top right-hand side, as that's how they got ahead last time.
This has been a race that has been all about knowing where you want to be and pushing your opponent away. A real tactical game as the rest of the field fades away. These 2 top teams have been locked into their own mini match race.
We've come strong as of late. They're just going behind now.
Pushing this way doesn't look the worst.
That's really good. Top right. So I think
open course now.
Just choose
We don't have the software working.
And again, Emirates team New Zealand not being aggressive right now. They're obviously following some tactical plan.
We have to say, I mean, 3 times America's Cup winner from New Zealand, Pete Burling, is now skippering Luna Rossa. How weird is this for him? Racing his old teammates and nothing in it.
Okay, they're gonna pass in front by 2.
Oh, we should see.
They're not
Close
eating.
cross. Emirates Team New Zealand just managed to make it by a few boat lengths.
If we did number, we'll just go another 5 past it and we're good.
It's coming. Can you make sure our software is working, please?
The switch from left to right.
we're gonna
Emirates
have a
Team
good
New Zealand
split right
gained on the left. Now they're on the right-hand side. Will they hold the lead?
I'll tell you when you get to the boundary, the zone of the boundary.
We've been hearing the voice of Marco Gradoni on the current leaders, the youth and women's boat from Luna Rossa, complaining about software issues. Not easy to sail blind without the race computer, but he's doing a good job. They have clawed their way back into this, and every point could count.
And then we can go the other circuit, which is nice. So it'll be left early job. In 5, 3, 2, 1, forward down.
2, 1, and forward.
Luna Rossa on the left-hand side, tacking through. It's smooth and clear. Only a few meters. Emirates Team New Zealand have that margin, but they also have the rules on their side. Coming into the top of the course. Emirates Team New Zealand slamming the tack in right in front of Luna Rossa. And Luna Rossa bail, splitting out to that left-hand side, searching for better breeze.
There is nothing between these two. It's a match race already, Niall. Look at this. Beautiful execution. Smart sailing.
Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth, coming into the top.
Quite slowly, just slow your way. 2, 1, your wheel, all clear.
All the way around.
Jacob Pye's team been the most consistent out here in this regatta so far. But this is the team that everybody has been so excited about. Luna Rossa, women and youth. They have clawed their way back into this competition, but there is only one more run to go. Out in the lead, which one of these two teams is going to cross ahead?
Is that the chance? No, we're not going to be ahead.
We're a little narrow to an angle here, mate. It's just coming down.
Yep, nice. Okay, no, 37, sorry, 36.
Emirates Team New Zealand on starboard, but Luna Rossa looks confident to get this cross. And they bail at the last minute, taking the stern. The Kiwis are in the lead.
Yeah, it's just going all the way.
Just down or not?
How's the pressure?
We saw the Italians last downwind stick to the Kiwis like glue despite being in their gas, so I just wonder if they've got a little bit of something downwind to their pace.
Imagine what that looked like, Niall, if you're sitting on the leeward side. Luna Rossa piling in towards you.
600 metres to go to the finish. Emirates Team New Zealand, Luna Rossa, the powerhouses of the Modern America's Cup, on their foils and flying, but on opposite sides of the course. Far from the best jibe from Luna Rossa. They have lost some speed. That gives the edge to the Kiwis.
Luna Rossa coming back on starboard. They have rights.
It is neck and neck at the moment between these two teams. This is going to come down to the thinnest of margins. Luna Rossa on starboard. Emirates Team New Zealand marginally ahead. How well can they jibe for the line? A jibe right in front of the Italians, and they will coast across the line. Luna Rossa tries to dip through just to make their point, but what a great performance. The Italians pushed Emirates Team New Zealand to their absolute maximum. Well, that is far more the Emirates Team New Zealand team that we are used to seeing.
Yeah, we saw both the Kiwis and Luna Rossa having a few difficulties yesterday, but today they answered any issues with that. They were flying.
And a great day for New Zealand. Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth across the line in third, followed by the youth and women's team of Luna Rossa. the team that has been dominating this regatta, and it looks like they will stay on the top of the overall standings with a good performance and a 4th place finish. Well, back on form here, Emirates Team New Zealand. There was always a bit of a question mark coming into this regatta. How much damage would it do for Peter Burling stepping off this boat and going on to Luna Rossa? But Nathan Outteridge and the rest of the team, they've shown what they can do today.
Yeah, what's the plan?
Finish line on my train. You can run the before.
Yeah, we can do the roundup and then target, so we are in the boundary. Running up here, sure? Okay, yeah. 2, 1, and turning. And stand by tack.
La Roche-Posay, get the line clear, and then the last boat to come through on our screens at the moment, Athena Pathway coming through in 6th place. Hannah Mills and Ellie Aldridge pushing things at times in this race, but unfortunately just a bit of a splashdown coming into the bottom of the course, and that put them on the back foot. Well, we can now go to the race winner, Nathan Outteridge. Nathan, your 2nd race win at this regatta, and that was really the battle all the way to the line.
Yeah, it was a fun battle. It's pretty tricky out here. There's a few gusts and lulls, a little bit more up and down compared to yesterday. And yeah, Luna Rossa kept us on our toes, and it was nice to just keep chipping away there. And as you saw in the last downwind, a couple of close exchanges, but nice to get them on the finish line.
I see a very happy Andy Maloney behind you. How does it feel for you having that team behind you, knowing you can throw it round those match racing manoeuvres?
Andy's normally happy when we're going fast, and I'm normally happy when we're going fast. So going nicely today, and our port team of Ian Jensen and Seb's doing a fantastic job over there too. So yeah, it was awesome conditions for sailing again. It's still pretty bumpy, but a bit lighter than yesterday. And you know, we're aware that we've got to keep, you know, their focus on the next couple of races, because as we saw what happened yesterday, we're having a good day and almost capsized. So yeah, got to keep ourselves on our toes.
All right, well, I won't jinx it for you, but I will say well done and good luck for the next race.
Awesome, thanks guys.
Well, a very happy, but obviously quite grounded Nathan Outteridge and the team on board Emirates Team New Zealand. Let's see if they can keep up that newfound momentum that they have had going into race 4, the 1st race of today. It's been a little bit lighter, but this is the results at the end of that. And just look at the margin between 1st and 2nd. While Emirates Team New Zealand crossed the line ahead, Luna Rossa only 2 seconds behind. And then the 2 women and youth teams, first from the Kiwis and then from Italy. Emirates Team New Zealand and Luna Rossa 3rd and 4th. Well, this is the overall standings, and of course, Luna Rossa women and youth with their 9-point lead at the end of yesterday still sit at the top spot. But their worst results so far, comparatively a pretty good 4th place, sees them on 36 points, with Emirates Team New Zealand climbing, now in 2nd, just 30 points, 6 points behind the Italians. The first race today was a little lighter on the breeze, but the sailors certainly provide the action and the drama.
It is all about the start, and just keep your eyes on our 1st and 2nd at the finish. They actually executed it really well. Look at the senior team from Luna Rossa, came out the right-hand side of the line, and then it was up to them where they wanted to go. Lovely clear air.
While some of the teams struggled to get themselves off the start line, we had 5 AC40s all arriving together, and it was the first of those split groundings that we saw between Italy and New Zealand, something that would set the tone for the rest of the race. Those close crosses continued. Emirates Team New Zealand and Luna Rossa in a match racing mode, but then breaking out to find their breeze on either side of the course. 2 great teams with great sailors, but not always agreeing on where the best breeze was.
It just got better and better and tighter. This dogfight was set to run to the finish. Splitting jibes at that bottom gate for a final lap. And like all good races, it continued all the way to the finish.
Both of these teams bringing absolutely their A game, and they took it right the way down to the line. That last jibe, that last manoeuvre, so critical in this race. And this was just one of the incredibly close crosses that we saw on the water. Luna Rossa coming in from that left-hand side had to judge this moment to perfection. In the end, they decided that the Kiwis had the advantage. Perhaps that little moment, that half second of judgment made all the difference, because the Kiwis held the lead, albeit very thinly, right the way to the finish line. La Roche-Posay racing team, they are here and they have put together one of the most formidable combinations in sailing, aiming to propel their French AC40 to victory in Cagliari. Raw talent meets proven cup experience on the road to Naples 2027.
On starboard helm it will be me. On port helm will be Diego Botin, Florian Tritel on his back, trimming the sails. And on starboard we'll see Jason Sanders. Well experienced, kind of young crew also, and super pleased to sail with them.
On the AC40, I'm the trimmer on board, so what that actually means is trimming the mainsail when we're on the windward side, and then during the manoeuvre we change to trimming the jib on the leeward side.
Port side driver is Diego Botin. I know him for a while from the Olympics. He was in a 49er, I was in NACRA 17.
Yeah, it's all been about learning the 40. In my case, I've been learning the port driver role. In the port side of the boat behind me is Flo. Flo, we've been sailing together for many years.
More or less everything we've been doing professionally, we've been doing it together. We won the gold medal in the Paris 2024 games in the 49er class. We are within ourselves, we are already one team, a very bonded team. We can know what the other one is thinking without really speaking, and that often in the driver-trimmer role is quite critical.
2, 1, and board up. Being blind on the opposite tack is quite difficult and something that you have to learn to sail.
2, 1, board. And turning. I will. Nice job.
We spend a lot of time in the room to decrease the amount of word we use inside racing and make sure that we stick to the plan.
Okay, coming down slightly with me now.
You know, Conte and I have a history of sailing together, and it's the same in the other side of the boat. Flo and Diego have had that history together and that feeling together that they don't need to talk so much about moding and things like that.
Want to sail a bit more twisted as well? Yeah, we were already.
Being super connected to the other part of the boat is a crucial part. And I think if you coordinate both sides of the boat properly, obviously you can be way more precise.
Do you want to do a better way on your side?
Honestly, Cagliari is a first rendezvous. We just want to put together nice boat handling, nice playbook, being together as one team. We really focus on what we are building together and making sure we stick to the plan.
2, 1, rounding up.
Beautiful waters waiting for the second race today in Cagliari, Sardinia. We have already seen these 7 AC40 teams wrestle with the slightly lighter conditions, not always easy foiling, but we will see what they can do with the next race today. So these are the scenes down on the water at the moment. We have got the helicopters in the sky filming all the action here. But I guess we should just say that if anybody is joining us, it has been GB1 that has had to sit this one out, as you were saying earlier, Shirley. You know, they had a bad day yesterday, and it seems to be continuing today.
Yeah, the boats are robust, but they're complicated, and obviously had an issue yesterday. It came out, it all looked good, and then, yeah, and then it didn't. So they are back in the port. I mean, we'll hopefully see them a little later.
Well, they might be joining the crowds here to watch the racing, and the boats have certainly been pushing things pretty close. In GB1's absence, Athena Pathway certainly caused some gasps and some sighs on the water when they were getting extremely close in some of those crosses and some of those tacks with Emirates Team New Zealand. But most of the fans here are ready to cheer out, cheer through and cheer on Luna Rossa. Both the women and youth and the principal team are finding good form at the moment on the water. This is the race course, this are the conditions, and Odile, yesterday it was about keeping the power under control. It seems like today it's more about finding it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to harness all of that power now to stay on the foils. It's very marginal conditions. The crews have now also changed from the smallest jib to jib 2. That will give them more power in the front, easier to stay up on the foil, especially during those maneuvers.
Well, there goes Luna Rossa, the principal team. This is the women and youth team. This is the one at the moment still on the top of the overall standings. This is the top two teams at the moment. Emirates Team New Zealand's defenders of the cup on that right-hand side, and Luna Rossa, women and youth. The new fresh faces, they are still writing their names in the history books.
Yeah, they are. We're not sure what happened to them pre-start. They had a few issues. We'll find out later. But, as you say, they had a points margin and they had pace. So they could come back through the fleet. Remember, this is a fleet race. It's about consistency. And they just need to hold it together and have a solid day.
When they were out practicing a few days before the racing, we also saw them fall behind and wiggle their way through. Margherita Porro and Maria Jubilee just sitting there on the port side of the boat, along with Marco Gradoni and Giovanni Santi. That's who we can see on the back there. They know these waters. They seem to find a route through the field. You have this team behind you, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, yesterday everyone else was quite surprised by the conditions, and they were like, no, it was no problem. What a masterclass they put on. It was a joy to watch.
Well, let's see what they can do today for everybody out there on the AC40. Time in the boat, but time in these conditions as well is so important. It is not easy when the chop starts to roll.
Yeah, and especially now that that chop is still in, but the breeze no longer is. So you don't have that breeze powering yourselves over the waves, but it all goes about really, really technical timings, and the trimmer and the skipper have to work really well together.
Go 2, 1, and board.
I'm still thinking red start here. Wait.
Yeah, I think red bogey.
Switch the boundary, we want to make sure we aren't outside of
Emirates Team New Zealand. They won the last race. They had another win yesterday, but they haven't been consistent. What can they do now as we get ready for the next race?
This is the race committee. Wind sampling complete. Race is live.
The wind is good and the course is set. 7 AC40s out on the water. The best of the America's Cup and the best of the Women's and Youth America's Cup to boot. And they are mixing it up with each other.
How are you approaching this start, Odile?
I don't know. I heard the Kiwis talking about red starts. I'm wondering what that code is for. Last race, we saw the right top end looking good. So I would want to have a start that brings me over there.
I completely agree with you down on the water here, Odile. I got to say, though it's lighter, there's a lot more shifts, so there's plenty of opportunity for passing. I can't call it at the bottom, but that top right certainly looks good.
Well, we saw in the previous race some, I would say, some quite aggressive splits from the leaders. Happy to go all the way left, happy to go all the way right. It was almost strange to see someone let the boat behind them have such a free rein. How confident do you think you can be with calling this breeze in reality?
Well, the sailors are out there. They probably have good eyesight, so they're looking far up ahead. And I like how they're combining both strategy and tactics, choosing when to focus on their opponent and when to go their own way.
Now, it might seem easy at this point, but a lot of the teams are being caught above the line and actually getting down when the wind is light can be a little bit tricky. 1 minute to go here before the start of race 5. Emirates Team New Zealand, can they make it another race win?
One of the reasons they stay above the line when it's a little bit lighter is it's fresher air. It's not all chopped up in the box. But now they're going to have to get down there. Half the fleet going to the left-hand side, potentially looking for that port start. It is so crucial to nail this.
Luna Rossa, the boat that is highest, now coming in. They've got 30 seconds to come down and find a space with this lineup. We have 4 teams lining up for a port hand start. We've got 3 on the right. Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth. Luna Rossa, women and youth, and GB1. In they come as the 2 fields thread together. Athena Pathway pushing in now in the middle of the line. It is the women and youth coming in from the right. It's the principal teams coming in from the left-hand side. La Roche-Posay, do they have space at the pin? It has all been taken here by the women and youth down at the port end. And Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth, crash down right in front of Tudor Team Elingi. Lots of protest flags flying, the jury having to decipher exactly what happened there. But the Kiwi women and youth entry is down in the water and waiting for a decision.
This is the umpire, Switzerland penalty. Again, boat on boat against GBR Grey.
Well, this was the moment. And Tudor Team Elingi, they forced Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth, into attack there. And I would say that is clear cut.
Yeah, completely. I mean, they did well, the Kiwi Youth and Women's team, to avoid that. Good reactions.
I mean, when you see it on board, it is really tight there. It didn't look that tight from the cross shot, but wow, that was some fast avoidance.
Yeah, remember, both these boats are doing nearly 30 knots. That's incredible closing speed.
It's not always easy when you're on board these boats to see the other field, the other contenders. The helms have got to work together, but the leaders have done just that because they punched out nicely here. La Roche-Posay Racing Team just crossing across Luna Rossa, women and youth, who are coming back in from the middle.
Siamo sempre sul 150 qui, io vedo buona pressione qua.
France in the lead. Luna Rossa, women and youth, out on the right with some space, and they are dangerous when they get clear.
This is the umpire, Switzerland penalty, relative New Zealand Grey.
Another penalty for the Swiss. I'm not exactly sure what, but they are not having a great start to this race.
I mean, that was quite dangerous play. They were on port, thought they could get over the Kiwis. I mean, that was nearly 2 boats going back to the port.
And that is a big penalty because that penalty is against Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth. So that might be the penalty from before being updated, and now they've got to go right the way back. And that's going to put them out of contention. Meanwhile, France here, La Roche-Posay Racing Team, are pushing for the lead. They are out on the left-hand side. They have space, running on a parallel right now with Luna Rossa, women and youth.
Yeah, and they chose to go on their own at the start, got out relatively clearly, and have been sailing the boat super clean so far, sailing a bit of windward heel, bow down, really pushing the boat to maximum speeds.
In 10 seconds, a bit more breeze.
Copy. It will be marginal with Luna Rossa.
Tight cross on the right, Athena Pathway, just taking the stern of Luna Rossa. On the top of our picture, La Roche-Posay Racing Team planning their next move.
Yeah, all of the minimising manoeuvres, you can see they're bouncing off the boundaries. Luna Rossa senior team know where they want to be, and that is in front of the senior Kiwi team.
These were the 2 that were locked into a battle, and Luna Rossa making their intentions known.
Really nice work there, guys. What do you think about the top? Should we, how's the traffic look?
So we're gonna have 2 boats that are ley lining right mark.
24 boats feet. So we the bit part of New Zealand.
This top right was not great, now. This bit.
Like 2 boats in front of us going right side.
I'm pretty happy going straight through if they
Copy.
hit us.
1 and board. Copy.
Peter Burling planning this rounding. There is not a lot of space now.
And better away. 3, 2, 1.
La Roche-Posay Racing Team in first place, just narrowly. Luna Rossa Women and Youth chasing hard.
Coming down.
Emirates Team New Zealand, they have got Athena Pathway, the British Women and Youth boat, right on their hip as they start the run. And the two teams that are playing catch-up here, Emirates Team New Zealand Women and Youth, who were fouled on that start line, and the boat that did the fouling, Tudor Team Alingi, also behind. Those two playing catch-up, but we have still got 5 legs remaining.
So good to see the French team. Loads of potential there. Quentin Delapierre and Jason Saunders, veterans, did the last America's Cup. And add to that mix the gold medalists from Spain. They're only going to get better and better.
No issues.
I feel really bad for the sailors down here. It's so hard to pick the breeze. It's like a vacuum lifting off the water and then dropping back in. At the moment, Luna Rossa Women and Youth are just picking up a little gust, and look to see them accelerate here.
I can start it. 3, 2.
Tudor Team Alingi rounding the top. That makes the last of our boats in this race. They are out in 7th place, playing catch-up. Meanwhile, at the halfway stage, just how tight is this? La Roche-Posay Racing Team, they have lost the lead to the Italians, the powerhouse women and youth entry. Marco Gridoni and Margherita Porro making this look easy.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening to 1.1 nautical miles.
Shorter course, harder for the boats behind to catch up, less racetrack. How long can the Italians stay in the lead?
2, 1, board. All the way.
2, 1, board.
I think if I was racing now, I'd be following this boat. They know this bay inside out and picked up that beautiful extra bit of pressure on that right-hand side.
And with this breeze dropping, the boat gets more and more fragile. When you sail them, you can really feel all the pressure in your wheel. You can feel if you're just foiling or just not foiling, and the Frenchies are feeling that right now in this as they do this drive.
Well, the French coach was saying to me that it's about 50-50 in this breeze as to whether you make it through the manoeuvre, and I just jinxed it. Disaster for La Roche-Posay Racing Team. Just when they were contending the lead in this race, they are down in the water.
You saw a bit of hesitation there in the steering. You cannot have hesitation. You have to go a really quick turn, as we also see the Italians have dropped off the foil.
Two teams now down in the light winds of Sardinia, leading the way for those chasing boats to push their way through. How quickly can France and Italy get back on the foils? Meanwhile, Emirates Team New Zealand, Athena Pathway and Luna Rossa all coming into the bottom of the course. All change at the bottom, and Emirates Team New Zealand come out on top as they go back upwind. Neck and neck rounding for second place. Athena Pathway finding some great pace. They had a really hard day on the water yesterday, which resulted in a capsize, but they are here ready for the attack. Quick recovery now for the women and youth team from Italy. They are back up, they are foiling, they have limited the damage, but time is running out to get back into the lead.
And how nice to see that cross from Hannah Mills and her team. They made a little mistake in that first race, but they got a revenge now, and they're on their own, off towards that right-hand side. It's looking good.
Something funny about the breeze just in that bottom right corner of the picture, because Tudor Team Alingi also down in the water here. You've got to watch for those light patches.
Cole called it. It was like a vacuum at the bottom half of the course.
Just watch the overshoot with the French get.
Yeah, exactly right, Shirley. You saw how punishing it can be to try and attempt one of these maneuvers when it gets a little bit lighter. The other thing about this bottom right is the waves are just standing up a little bit here, so it's a deadly mix.
Penalty, Italy B, lose 75 metres.
a penalty for Luna Rossa, and that was all to do with Tudor Team Illingi coming down on the opposite course. Two boats not really in contention in this race, but Luna Rossa not doing enough to keep clear. So now, pushing ahead, it is Athena Pathway. They find themselves in a, well, dare I say it, an unusual position. The women and youth British boat is in the lead.
And they'll be really excited about that. And I'm getting really excited just watching them sail that boat. They're sailing the boat super bound down, getting maximum speed out of the boat.
How do you think of our approach in the top here? I think we definitely want a right turn.
I agree. Pressure from here looks okay, sort of anywhere. No press.
You're in a good shift at the moment at 150.
It's so good to hear their comms. Feel much more comfortable. I think they're both much more settled today. They have been training here the last few months. They're very comfortable in this.
Well, this is the replay. This was the penalty for Luna Rossa. Luna Rossa coming upwind, Tudor Team Illingi going downwind. The polygons, the safety line around these boats getting a little too close, and the jury having to step in.
Penalty. Backing.
It's the pit.
And all of that drama has meant that the field has really changed here. It is Athena Pathway in the lead and looking strong out there right now. What can this British team do now that they have clear air and an open racetrack?
Happy over speed.
We've got 7.5 knots here, so downwind as well, like need to land high, etc.
For sure, pressing here.
Yep.
Okay, standby tack. 2, 1, put down.
No higher.
Landing. I will, board up. Rescue a little bit. Okay, no.
He's coming back.
And as you can see, they steered super quickly towards that turn. It's a fragile moment going towards that tack, and you want to get in and out as quick as possible.
Twin.
This is the race committee. We are moving the leeward gate, shortening to 1 nautical mile.
Well set up for the right.
24 knots of boat speed is the magic number for a safe tack. Anything under that, high risk.
1, put down.
One more tap brings them into the top. Athena Pathway have navigated the light winds on this leg, and they are in the lead.
Good there.
It's a good distance too. The camera had to pan a good way there before they found this boat here. The principal team from Luna Rossa.
3, 2, 1, here we go. Wheels.
Now the leaders have gone. Peter Burling and Ruggiero Tita chasing them down.
High wheel. All the way. Down in 2. Up.
Athena Pathway are fast in this, upwind and downwind, and we can see that. Look at the meterage. They got a great cushion here, just need to keep it simple and fast. Keep the wheels on.
Makes it not feel that light, but
Yeah, agreed, but
it is fucking light.
Downs.
Yep, rolling way down.
All these three boats coming down the right-hand boundary there have just found a nice little bit of pressure. And when you get pressure, you do your maneuver, you get it locked away.
It's such traditional racing, isn't it? It's such traditional sailing skills. And Coles, you've been calling this breeze absolutely perfectly. We heard there a little bit of passion, shall we say, from Hannah Mills on board Athena Pathway. But this will matter to them. Yesterday was pretty much a disaster for the hopes of this British team. But right now, they are sailing clear. And dare I say it, they're actually sailing a little bit lower than that chasing pack. They're looking efficient.
Yeah, they just said they feel confident. It feels like good pressure in the rudder. That's when you can go from a bit of a VMG mode to a low mode.
Quite nice if you're both behind and you're pulling away from the Luna Rossa senior team. Good feeling.
Yeah, definitely agree. It's either right early tech or lift. They've probably gaining on the lift.
The two Italians, second and third. And out in front of them is Athena Pathway with one more jibe to go before the finish.
Stanno bene, 25 concentrati.
The jibe now coming up for Athena Pathway, and they've got one more lap to go. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting too excited about our British chances here. Athena Pathway through the jibe and through clean if they can just keep the bottom of that hole dry.
Just sketchy at the bottom here. Need to be careful.
Gotta go like behind you.
Try and charge a bit here.
Let's work up.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Nice,
Coming up.
coming.
And 3, 2.
Athena Pathway, they hold the Italian charge at bay, but there is still one more lap to go.
It's really light down here in this bottom right corner, and those waves are standing up, so keep your eyes on this first maneuver. They'll really want to be over speed going into it.
Coming up.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening to 0.9.
At the back of the course, we've just heard that Tudor Timalingi have capsized. I am not sure exactly what has happened there. The breeze was just called lighter by the race management team. This is not good for the Swiss.
Yeah, and these AC40s, they're made for foiling. And as soon as you stop foiling, you have these big sails. That's a lot of pressure to hang into.
The foil just not being able to right that boat anymore. Once you go slow, that foil is not giving you any power. Unfortunately, that's a big error for the Swiss team. That sees them out of this race. So we are down to 6 for the final lap. I'm glad that we could make you smile in the end there, because, well, it is getting tricky out there. You can see by the turns of these boats just how low they're having to come out of these tacks to find that power, rebuild the pace, and not come off the foils. And that is exactly what's happened with Luna Rossa there. This was Tudor Timalingi. Here is that jibe. They come through that jibe.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, shortening.
And then round they go as that foil just loses its ability to provide any righting moment. Well, the safety team have already got straight in there. They will work to get this boat back up. We still have one more race today. Athena Pathway right now, they are through that dangerous tack on that lower right-hand side. They are sailing clear. We saw Luna Rossa struggle through that tack. Luna Rossa women and youth as well. The British are getting it done.
This is the race committee. We are moving the finish marks, shortening the leg to 0.7.
Good news for British fans. That finish line is getting closer. Athena Pathway, they have got a little less work to do.
And we have an exciting cross coming up between the French and the Italian team. The French choosing to go rogue, head out towards that left-hand side. And now we can see how that paid off.
One foot down. I will. Forward up. Big rescue.
He's coming.
Nice. Heading up. Yeah.
I think there'd be a lot of anxious coaches here wishing they'd put on the J1 or the bigger jibs. You can see through these maneuvers, teams are touching down and lifting back up just in the nick of time.
We heard Hannah Mills just calling that big rescue as well. Work to do to keep these boats flying.
That's a very good target. Good job. More breeze soon.
It's close on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, and Luna Rossa, women and youth, that is a very bold call there to tack and know that you're going to be able to complete that maneuver with pace staying on the foils. They crossed the bows. Even with the right of way, they could have had a very hard time getting clean here. But at the top, it is Great Britain.
Right away at about 10. In 3, 2, 1. Going down, your wheel.
Skipper Hannah Mills counts it down, and Athena Pathway goes on to the final run in the top spot.
Yeah, we spotted this, mate. We're committed.
You can counting it now.
La Roche-Posay Racing Team, they're working so hard with that Traveller, desperately trying to keep the power up. They just managed to snake around the mark, but unfortunately not on the foils. Can the breeze arrive? It's trying to lift the boat, and the French will do it. That was on a knife edge. Luna Rossa Women and Youth in the background, Emirates Team New Zealand coming round close to the camera. And Luna Rossa getting the inside of the Kiwis. Incredible to hear, Adil, just how hard, just how much work La Roche-Posay Racing Team were having to put into that rounding.
Yeah, so they really chose to minimize distance, but they almost fell off, or they did fall off the foil because they lost all that speed, having to sail a really high line. We can see soon if it paid off for them.
They nearly wore out that Traveller, didn't they, the poor ball bearings. But look at this, they had such a difficult day yesterday, a capsize. They looked so down at the end of the day, but this has been impressive.
This is how you banish the demons from a bad day on the water. They had a 6th, they had a capsize, they finished in 7th, a 6th in the first race today, but they've proven to themselves and everybody watching that they can do it.
In about 5.
Three-time Olympic medalist Hannah Mills takes Athena Pathway across the finish line to win race number 5.
That was nice.
So just in the last minute there, we've seen Marco in the Italian youth and women's team pick up a little bit of pressure, capitalise on that touchdown from the top mark at the French, and it's so close coming into the finish. The French faster boat, but they have to give way as the windward boat there.
Marco Gridoni, Margherita Porro, they're being aggressive. Emirates Team New Zealand trying to come in. This is going to be right on the line. The Italians coast it down, and by half a metre, they cross the line ahead of La Roche-Posay Racing Team. And a penalty to the French on the line. That will affect their timing.
That will be a 20-second time penalty.
What an incredible finish in that fight for second place. This is the view here as the boats came into the line. This is the view on board La Roche-Posay Racing Team, the dial down into that finish. Just coasting through, pointing dead downwind, the sails flapping in the apparent wind.
You get the feeling they practiced that, the 2 boards down, coasting in, with nothing in it.
Marco Gridoni is not afraid to be aggressive. He's not afraid to slam the door in your face. That was very good, aggressive sailing. But let's go to the winners. Hannah Mills on board Athena Pathway. A great race. You are back to top form out there on that last one.
Yeah, it was a great race. Obviously, like massive step change in conditions with the wind getting super soft, especially at the bottom of the course. And still quite a big sea state left over, so it just means manoeuvres are still really quite tough for everyone.
Hannah, a tough day yesterday. How good does it feel to dominate that race, to have pace on everyone else?
Yeah, it feels really good. Like as a team, you know, we've got a lot of experience, but also a lot of new people involved, and so we always had belief we could do it. Yesterday was tough for lots of different reasons, but really proud of everyone to come back out today and come back fighting.
Well, Hannah, impressive speed, impressive racing. Good luck for the next one. Well done.
Thanks, guys.
They never give too much away, but there is a smile on board of that boat there. All 4 of them will be very pleased. They have proven to themselves just what they can do. They got out in the lead and they just pushed ahead. Well, let's take a little bit of a look at how that race unfolded. A race that was dominated by the lull, but at the start there was power to get everybody foiling, but this was the moment when disaster was narrowly avoided by Erica Dawson on board Emirates Team New Zealand Women and Youth. That quick turn has the Swiss, almost didn't see them, those 2 boats getting dangerously close.
Well, that is the risk of the port tack start.
And at the top of the course, again, so close, and you have to judge these crosses to perfection. It was nip and tuck all the way up, and then at the rounding, finding that fluid turn and keeping the boat on the foil really mattered. Boat lengths were won and lost here. Race course opening up on that downwind leg.
Exactly, and all the time the breeze was dropping, the jibs were small, really struggling to nail these maneuvers. Such a costly thing, a touchdown.
But one of the teams that really took full advantage of that and sailed clean was Athena Pathway. They managed to make their AC40 just lift above those light spots, and they stretched out leg by leg, boat length by boat length. They were cool, they were calm, and they found that opportunity to get some speed. Not so for Tudor Team Alinghi. A slip with the foil showed us all just what is at stake. Even when the breeze is light, these boats can take it all the way over.
Yeah, and it was big smiles for the British team. Tough day on the first outing, but today, what a class act this was. They were fast and smart and took the win.
This was that aggressive finish for second, third and fourth, with the Italian youth and women's team holding the French up, but also knowing when to dial down as the Kiwis tried to get on their inside. Holding two teams back, that's impressive. Well, after all that drama and all that action, let's take a look at how the points are adding up. Who got what in that race? Well, Athena Pathway Women and Youth joined the party. They won in great form, 37 seconds ahead of the Italian Women and Youth team. Well, when we add it all up, it's still the Italian Women and Youth team in first place. 45 points, 7 points clear of America's Cup defenders, Emirates Team New Zealand.
Yeah, let's have a look at some of the stats. Well, we thought they were fast. Look at Athena Pathway. Best average speed, best VMG. They delivered.
They certainly did, and in fact they actually sailed slightly more distance than most of the other teams. They managed to find great pace, threading together the breeze on the racecourse. That's very much cool heads prevailing. Well, Tudor Team Alinghi has come to Cagliari fully loaded. They are led by America's Cup veteran Paul Goodison. The Swiss syndicate has recruited a blend of youth and experience as they go all out to reclaim the trophy that they won 20 years ago.
The 6 people that have been identified to go to Cagliari.
We've been lucky enough to be involved with 3 campaigns. This is the 4th one. It's a new group. We're learning a lot every day. Paul Goodison, and I'm the skipper here at Tudor Team Alinghi. I think the beauty about the new team coming together, you get to hear about people from different teams from last time, how they did things. There's a lot of great stuff we did at American Magic last time that I'm bringing forward into this campaign, but also there's some fantastic things that Alinghi did, taking the best bits from each team and trying to make it our way, the new Team Alinghi way.
Nicolas Rolla, trimmer for Tudor Team Alinghi. So sailing with Goody, obviously we have a big age difference, almost 20 years. He was one of my idols, and now being able to sail with him, it's super nice. And I think both of us learn a lot from each other.
Nathalie Brugère, a Swiss sailor for Tudor Team Alinghi. I think as a sailor, there are few Everest or few mountains that are the highest. I decided I need to take this opportunity. We've got a big mix of different nationalities, Swiss, Italians, Australian, British, and I think the Swiss are bringing a lot of discipline, but we like a little bit of having some chaos coming from outside, and I think it brings like a very nice atmosphere.
Jason Waterhouse, sailor with Tudor Team Alinghi. We are late into the party, and that's no surprise, and that's going to have challenges. We have quite an experienced group of individuals who are coming in, bringing a lot of their expertise to help expedite that jump we'll need to do. So that contribution to the team will help bridge that gap that we know is there.
Phil Robertson, I'm a helm for Tudor Team Alinghi.
might be able to get back on it.
Yeah, these boats, there's plenty going on. As a driver, the visibility is incredibly limited. On one side, you can sort of get a 180-degree view, and on the other side, you only get about 20, 30 degrees. So sometimes you're blind, and you really rely on the other driver on the other side to paint the picture of what's going on. On the AC40, you're essentially sailing with two teams on one boat. You're sharing the decision-making process with the other side, which is unique. It'd be like having two car drivers, two wheels on each side, and then trying to decide whether to go for an overtake or not. You kind of have to share the responsibility, diagnose problems, solve them in a very short amount of time.
Pietro Sibello, sailor for Tudor Team Alinghi. Yeah, the decision making I think is everything, especially when the boat crosses. Downwind can be 40, 45 knots, each way is almost 90 knots, so you need to be quite reactive.
With the preliminary regattas, you've obviously got to set your goals of what your good performance looks like. We're not expecting that it's going to be perfect from day one, but it's how we deal with adversity, how we get better, and how we analyse ourselves. It's a real good way of putting ourselves under some pressure, and a real good way of learning from every race.
Well, Alinghi are certainly looking ambitious for this cup, but of course in the last race, difficulties on the water. Well, everybody looking for the best spot to watch the action. They are lining the city coastline. They're also getting themselves up on the cliff, and if they're lucky, they're making their way out on the water. There is some really strong support fleet out there today.
Most of them with red and white flags, either the Sardinian flag or Luna Rossa, and in most cases both, here to support their local team.
It's one of the things that adds so much magic to the America's Cup, isn't it? To get those supporters right there, to get those support fleet. In the old days, of course, you'd be sailing through the supporter fleet. I wouldn't like to try that on an AC40, I've got to say. But we are just waiting now for the countdown for the next race, the last race that will be happening on the water today. Emirates Team New Zealand, along with the rest of the teams, needing to do a little bit of work because that breeze is changing and they are changing head sails to match. So important to get the sail plan right for the conditions.
Yeah, exactly. Breeze is decreasing, so they have the option to change their jibs. That's their own decision, and we've heard that they're just changing from J2 to J1, their biggest jib for maximum power.
Of course, that does provide a little bit more gut, that does provide a little bit more breeze, but it doesn't rule out the possibility as we get into those light winds that the tacks, the jibes, are going to end in the water.
Yeah, accuracy, not just in driving, but in trimming. Trimmers really coming into their fore in this. And Odile, you must have found that when you raced it in Barcelona. The trimming role is so crucial.
Yeah, exactly. You have to be super in sync with each other. The trimmer has to provide the power at exactly the right moment, the moment that the skipper needs it. As we can see, even in light breeze, it can go wrong, as we saw with Alinghi.
We are in a holding pattern before the next race, but the countdown has already started. And I can tell you that Tudor Team Alinghi are now upright. They are making their way down. As the breeze here, you can see, it is light. 7.5, 6.7 at the top of the course. Now, we do have a wind limit here for this preliminary regatta. 21 knots is the max, 7 knots is the minimum, and we are rubbing against that here.
Not forecast, this drop in pressure. It is quite late in the day here. You know, it's at 4:30 in the afternoon, and let's just hope we can get a race.
And as you can see, Alinghi has a rope attached to their boats. They're going to use their chase rib to tow them up into the foil so they don't have to do it themselves. At one point, they're going to cut loose and then try to stay on the foil themselves.
Oh, well, a little bit of a helping hand then for the Swiss after that capsize. Potentially, that will get them sailing again and get them ready for the next race. But for now, well, a new look and a new leadership and some very high expectations. Nathan Outeridge becomes skipper of Emirates Team New Zealand, guiding a dynamic mix of fresh talent and proven performers. And they are here to unveil their senior sailing squad in Sardinia.
We've been training all over summer in 2AC40s, preparing for the Cagliari event. It's the first milestone in the campaign when it comes to on-water. So we have 2 strong teams that are going there to race.
We're on that journey right now, trying to make sure that we perform in every aspect that the sailing team can and contribute everything we can to put us in the best place to defend the cup. We've had a lot of movement within the team. We've had a lot of new people joining the team, a lot of fun, energetic, exciting talent.
I'm learning what I can off the smart guys and hoping to feed into the sailing team. Putting on this shirt, yeah, very, very fortunate to be here.
It's an honour to be brought into the senior sailing team. It's something that I always dreamed of doing. So yeah, every day that I'm here, I'm extremely grateful to be here.
Exciting group. It's going to be really good to see them actually sailing and performing under some serious pressure.
Ultimately, we all want to get better all the time, and being in a leadership role within that, a lot of it's about leading by example.
I haven't sailed with Nath for a little while, but we've done a lot together in the past. He's very articulate, and with these sorts of boats, I think it's a real quality because it really helps to know what the next move is.
Our AC40 program has actually been really valuable because that's where we can get all the sailing team on the water and go 2-boat sailing. We're lining up against other boats, so you get immediate feedback on if you're doing a good or a bad job.
The AC40s aren't forgiving. They're extremely hard boats to sail, and one small mistake and you'll be last. It's as simple as that.
They're also quite tactical because you don't lose very much for your tacks and your jives, and you can really throw them around. These preliminary regattas are really important because you don't really get a lot of racing in America's Cup campaigns. And so you've got to take these opportunities to really get your racing skills up and your communication between teammates.
It's always a place where you can learn about yourself.
When you get a full fleet on the start line, from a sailor's perspective, it's some of the most exciting racing we do.
It's our first real test to see how are we performing as a sailing team. And I think, again, a lot of it comes down to starting really well.
You come off the start line, you're all sailing upwind, so there's all these interactions that happen. And we need to work twice as hard to make sure that we're still at the front of the fleet.
Consequences can be higher, and that makes everyone take their roles more serious, especially when the conditions get top end.
Competition in Cagliari is going to be very intense. It's going to be a very cool place.
We're taking it very seriously, and we really want to put our best foot forward and come away with a good result.
So some big changes for the America's Cup defender, but they are still looking to dominate this competition. Just how much can the other teams catch up? Well, the clock is ticking before the start of the final race today, and it has been a big mode change here. But can this boat, can these fields keep finding the breeze here? Let's just remind ourselves of the points at the moment. For Luna Russell Women and Youth, they are still at the top spot. They were the boat that dominated yesterday, 2 wins and a second. Emirates Team New Zealand managed to play catch up a little bit today. They've also got 2 wins. That 8th place just pushing them down a little bit, but the team's now potentially starting to reel in that early start from the Women and Youth from Italy.
Yeah, only 3 races to go. Remember, you've got to be in that top 2 for that big final tomorrow afternoon. It's time to make a move, that's for sure.
Well, there are our top 2 teams, Luna Rossa, Women and Youth, and Emirates Team New Zealand. We have got there the powerhouse America's Cup team, and we have got, I would say, the future. They are certainly making it look as if that is the boat to pick. Well, there is Athena Pathway in the background, warming up already, the boat that made it look so easy to foil on the last lap of that previous race. Can they do it again?
Yeah, and it might look like these boats are just sailing around, but they've already got it completely mapped out where they want to tack, because they have to stay on the foil and also stay within the boundaries.
This is the race committee. The wind sampling is complete and the race is live.
We have just managed to squeeze through the wind limit, but the challenge for the sailors on this final race today, keeping their AC40s in the air. Out of the tacks, out of the jibes, out of any maneuver, it is going to be tough.
Yeah, so far this is good news on the breeze front. Nobody is on a tow. Slight increase, I think we're about 8 knots now on the big jib. Hooning around, getting ready for a good start.
Well, it was extremely nervous times for Kiwi women and youth fans because they towed up, fell off the foils, but just in the last 10 seconds have managed to pop up on their own accord.
1 minute 40 seconds to go. Light winds here in Sardinia.
120 boat at the moment.
As the clock hits 1.5 minutes, how well can these teams keep foiling in their run up to the line?
And I really like where this Italian youth and women's team is lining up. They are gunning, they've got good speed, lining up for a pin and start.
Bravo, Joe, power up. Pin 6. Huge comedy bias, kill 4.
Da qui ho sempre il pin.
Siamo potenti, tracing pin. Hai dei gomoni sotto, quindi dovrei poggiare dopo.
Algo alto e asciutto all'ultimo. De gas.
Well, they're finding their way through those support boats. That was the Luna Rossa women and youth boat out on the right-hand side. Everybody else staying a little high at the moment, reaching into this line, ensuring that the speed stays good and those foils keep working at maximum power.
Yeah, and I'm definitely nervous for those boats who are still on top of the line. They still need to get a jibe in before they start a very critical maneuver.
Emirates Team New Zealand jibing now for the line. Look at this, Athena Pathway are right now in the middle of the line. They have to keep the speed up. They have to keep moving forward with 20 seconds on the clock, but they need to keep enough line in front of them. Coming into the line now, 2 boats coming in from that left-hand side. Tudor Team Alinghi and La Roche-Posay Racing Team, and they can see these boats charging in from the right. With the rules on their side, we're going to thread the 2 fleets together. Athena Pathway nailed the timing on the far end of the line. Emirates Team New Zealand at the right-hand side.
New Zealand grey, restart penalty.
But it was the boat in the middle who were over the line. Oh, in fact, Luna Rossa youth and women got clean in the middle. Emirates Team New Zealand women and youth were over on that far right-hand side. They were late to that line. So now the field pushes on, and already we have got 2 rows opening up as the sailors struggle for breeze.
Yeah, and it looks like there was a bit of bias on that race committee end. So even though Athena Pathway managed to pull off the pin, they are already a little bit on the back foot in this race.
Well, Odile called it, didn't he? The women and youth team from Italy. It looked good from about 50 seconds out. They'd lined that up, they timed it with perfection, and they hit that line at pace. Could not have done it better.
Well, here was the replay from some of those crosses as we were getting into that race course. So tight. These sailors here, when we were talking to the umpires this morning, and they were almost shaking their heads. The sailors are pushing things so tight around the racetrack that even the umpires are sometimes gasping for breath.
Yeah, tagging shot.
Good one.
Siamoci dentro.
Bit more. 2, 1, and board.
Ok, andiamo in lane tra 20.
Marco Guardoni on the sunny side to leeward, painting the picture.
An important exit for this tack because New Zealand is coming in from the left.
If they're not on happy to go all the way. That looks better, right?
And the speed was lost out of that manoeuvre. The Kiwis are sailing off into the lead for now.
8 seconds, I'd say.
We heard Ian Jensen, Goops, they call him the trimmer behind Seb Menzies on the Kiwi boat, liking that right-hand side. And they're carrying on all the way into the boundary.
Happy. 3, 2, 1, and board.
the boat's going to end up doing?
No one's on this lay with us, so most will be one and then to the right.
It's coming in a little bit, actually. I think we're in a slight left here.
Ok, vado 4 sopra lei.
Rossa vira, è un pelo sopra lei, Adela molto sopra lei, crossiamo davanti.
Il donferino, raga. Centrati.
No, huge right, yeah. Tenetela comoda.
Everybody is set to come into this top gate all together. This is going to be quite the squeeze.
Line 5 out of attack.
This is the battle for the lead. Emirates Team New Zealand coming in on starboard. Luna Rossa Women and Youth coming in on port, and the Kiwis decide to tack in front, but they need to keep their speed up to make that manoeuvre work. New Zealand leading round the top, but with a very enthusiastic pack chasing them.
Oh, let's just keep speed. We just need to figure out how to jog up.
Well, you heard Ian Jensen call it on that upwind. He said he liked the pressure in the top right corner, and they've tacked over and hit back into it again. You see them just bending away as that breeze builds with them.
There's still not enough breeze to guarantee every manoeuvre. Emirates Team New Zealand Women and Youth touching down, but they have recovered from that with superb skill.
Yeah, that was high tariff, high risk, massive manoeuvre, the tack jibe, paying the consequences.
What a great lineup as we get into that right-hand boundary. Each of the teams just picking the right moment to go, needing to stay in the wind.
And it does look like a bit more wind on that right-hand side of the course, so I can understand why most of the sailors have come that way. And I've seen Athena have a really tough jibe on the other side, only getting to 20 knots just on that really, really tight line of foiling or not foiling.
Along with Athena Pathway, it is Tudor Team Alingi as well. I mean, Adil, you could see it evolving up there. There is less wind there. Potentially the rule, Shirley, you said it, always follow Luna Rossa. They know these waters.
It seems so.
It's definitely an eyes out of the boat type of day. Just a little bit of extra breeze can bring you so much extra boat speed.
Just don't force it too much. Yeah, put you down a couple. How's breeze back up? Look. Your catch, Max.
Looks okay, straight, as long as we get past the gaps.
Copy. Beautiful header on the water right now for Emirates Team New Zealand. They are sailing 5 degrees perhaps lower. How long will it last?
Slow pace up for it.
Good angle for
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, lengthening to 1.1 nautical miles.
No issues on landing.
Perfetto.
These jibes at the bottom, so critical now.
Unless they tack you.
157.
Emirates Team New Zealand doing just enough to stay on the foils, and they stay in the lead.
One board. 3, 2, 1, up.
Chasing behind the Kiwis, it is the formidable team of Luna Rossa Women and Youth.
If they don't have an overlap, okay, you can shut them out. No worries. 1 up, 2, yep.
Tight on the rounding. Italy just squeaking ahead of the French entry, who are forced to put that board down and tack out.
Despite the wind being lighter down here, there is some solace for the sailors as these waves have relented a little bit, and that we can see that in their maneuverability. They're holding on to these tacks a little bit easier.
It's a high-stress game here, isn't it? All of these maneuvers, every single decision comes with that risk of slipping off the foils. Emirates Team New Zealand Women and Youth next round with Athena Pathways, the winner of the previous race, rounding on the opposite mark. And we very much have 2 races opening up here.
12. Stand by, going in 5.
This racetrack looking right-hand side, dominant. both upwind and downwind. Massive gains on that side as these conditions change.
The wind okay, pretty even with us.
Kind of held this angle, Nate, for the last downwind, bottom of this upwind, so been very stable. But just trying to weigh up the extra tacks versus shift, right?
I'm in course than 10 now, so still good pressure top to right visually.
Whereas yesterday there was barely any time to talk, now things are going at a slower pace, which gives the whole team a little chat.
It's amazing just to hear the tactical considerations you've got to bring in when it's like every manoeuvre comes with a big cost.
Also to hear the ease of the chats with Emirates Team New Zealand. Remember, they lost Pete Burling. Blair Took stepped aside. Half the sailing team that's been there for 3 America's Cup is no longer there.
And they chose to bring Seb Menzies in, who was already a sparring partner for this main cup team last cycle, now in the big boat.
Come ti senti su scala? Forte, no?
I guess that is why you invest in your women and your youth team as well, because when you lose those sailors, you can pull them in. You've got reserves to call up. And right now, Luna Rossa is showing to the world that their reserve team, if you will, is certainly as good as any major America's Cup team when it comes to AC40 racing. Right now, Luna Rossa women and youth are on a lift. They have got power in their sails, and they are out sailing Emirates Team New Zealand. Look at the distance they pulled up here.
It's going to be a really tight cross or a duck for New Zealand. Let's see how this tack goes.
Placing up here and going as soon as we're at numbers. 2, 1 and board.
The Kiwis were forced to sail low into this tack. They've been forced to try and build some speed. And it's paid off. They've got through the tack and on the foils. Now comes the close cross. But the ley line comes before the cross, and the women and youth Italian team makes that tack look easy. Now it's a drag race into the top.
They both did well to pull off that tack. I mean, they were doing 21 knots. 24 is the magic number. Beautifully sailed. Great job by the trimmers.
This could force Emirates Team New Zealand into a left-hand turn. And if it does, Emirates Team New Zealand are going to go into that light patch on the top left. And if it is still lurking there, this could be painful for the Kiwis. Well, the Kiwis go for it. They've decided that it is worth going that way. Luna Rossa, women and youth, forcing the Kiwis into the light winds. Can the Italians hold on to the lead?
That was incredible. On that beat, we saw Nathan and Seb discussing. They knew the right was favoured, but they were worried about manoeuvres. And it just shows that tiny bit of leverage. That was enough for the Italians to get past.
This is crunch moment now. Where is the breeze? Neither team have found the opportunity to jibe back in towards the middle. The Italians have had to avoid some boats coming up, so it's definitely early gains to Emirates Team New Zealand. Managed to find their way through the light winds. The principal Luna Rossa team coming through, just showing just how efficiently the other Italian boat and the Kiwis sailed that upwind leg. They are through and clear in their own private battle. Anna Mills, the voice of the British Olympian, finding her way through that light wind and staying on the foils. This bear away though, it's right on the edge. And the catch is good. The power comes and with it the speed. Tudor Team Elingi now chasing the Brits.
My wheel, going away, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
And there you go.
Halfway down the run. We have one more lap to go, one more rounding at the bottom, and the Italians and the Kiwis are head-to-head. Perhaps Emirates Team New Zealand marginally ahead, but right of way is with Luna Rossa, women and youth. The Kiwis have to do something, and they are going behind. Too costly to do that extra jibe.
62, it's the most
Yeah, and that was a good dock. You don't really want to miss any meters today. They even gained some extra boat speed, going 2 knots faster than the Italians right now.
This is the race committee. We are moving the windward gate, lengthening to 1.2 and rotating to 158.
158. How far to that?
I'm keeping an eye on the overalls, Niall. Italy, women and youth on 54 points. But the battle for that second spot in the final is heating up. On 48 points, it's New Zealand. On 44, it's the senior Luna Rossa team. They need to start doing something. This could be a key result for the Kiwis.
We're miles in front here. I think the left turn looks better than the right to me, or what do you guys think?
I mean, good pressure on that boundary if you want to do it.
Happy to go left?
Happy.
Count me down.
And 5, 3, 2, 1, happy.
All calm on board Emirates Team New Zealand as they capitalise on a rare mistake from Luna Rossa women and youth, and they lead going into the final lap.
Now, we don't want to give up too much leverage on the boundary, okay?
Gas here a little bit.
Pressing.
It's just a little gas, I think. They follow.
It was close at the top. It is not close at the bottom. Luna Rossa, women and youth, need to unlock that magic upwind speed that we have seen them use if they are going to chase down the leaders. Well, Cole, we heard the voice of Nathan Outridge talking about locking down the boat behind. I don't want to create too much leverage. Just how risky is the conditions out there?
Well, yeah, exactly, Niall. But the thing is, coming into that mark, they just made a gain from that bottom right corner, and the Italians were set up on a ley line for the left turn. So they could essentially guarantee themselves the same rounding, which is exactly what you want as a lead boat.
Yeah, exactly. They wanted to take a nice BMG mode to go back into that right-hand side, and they don't want to let the Italians come close.
Emirates Team New Zealand have tacked out clear from the boundary behind them, but being forced to follow their line is Luna Rossa, women and youth. They are very slow at the moment. I want to see that speed build, and it does. So they are still on the foils. Magic that they are able to keep that boat tacking through at such low speeds.
Very sensible approach by Luna Rossa, women and youth. It is about consistency. They just need a good race here. And they're almost, you know, a good race today. They're nearly in that final. So just staying on the right-hand side of the course, in the breeze, not taking risk.
You raise such an important point. It doesn't matter what your lead is on the standings. You've only got to be in the top two, and then it's a winner takes all final.
Ok, top right, top pressione.
Rovirano, tornano sulla destra.
Sì, probabilmente dopo un po' andiamo anche noi.
Qua, 9 nodi.
Maria Jubilee, starboard team on board Luna Rossa, women and youth.
Molto calo. Intermediare per la virata.
Stand by. Going in. 3, 2, 1, board.
Both boats aggressively protecting the right-hand side here. You heard the Kiwis last beat talking about open course. That's when they cross the point where they can tack and not add any maneuvers to their total for the leg.
La pressione sulla line.
171 qui.
156.
These are those small moments of risk. Emirates Team New Zealand bouncing up the right-hand side of this racetrack. They allowed Luna Rossa, women and youth, to go a little bit too far to the left, but the local boat had to follow the Kiwis because this is where the wind is. There's only one side of this racetrack that anybody wants.
And actually, the principal Luna Rossa team has catched up a lot of distance towards the youth and women, so they also have to watch their backs now.
So we might have a little bit more drama to play out in this race. We are approaching the top of the course. We have one more downwind leg before we get to the finish. That will wrap up the final race today. And the opportunities for those points are starting to run out.
It says all good, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. Nice. Yeah, so we've got one other Luna Rossa boat that'll head this way with us, and a little bit back, but no.
Pressione della Madonna. Ok, di cante, right? Non era male che di sinistra, no?
20 to the lay, just make sure you have the speed. Yeah.
Emirates Team New Zealand, the Omega bow, should be crossing clear here of Luna Rossa, principal team. But over their right-hand side, out of view at the moment, that is where the women and youth Italian boat is. And perhaps they are on the ley line. There is still danger lurking on the water here for the Kiwis. There's the reveal. The women and youth team have done a sterling job up this beat. They have closed down the distance. They're coming in with starboard. It's not quite going to be enough, but a reversal of fortunes at the top. Emirates Team New Zealand are in the lead, but the Italians are coming back. Marco Gradoni sails towards the corner of the course that the Kiwis gained last time. Is it still there? Peter Burling and the principal team of Luna Rossa following Emirates Team New Zealand now onto the right-hand side.
This is the race committee. We are moving the finish marks, rotating the course axis to 165.
So the finish line is on the move, and I hope it gets there quick because these boats are going down at over 30 knots towards the bottom. It might be like winds, but the AC-40s, when they're flying, they don't hold back.
The max speed of the marks, I think, is 8 knots. They don't have to go very far.
It's a jibe from Emirates Team New Zealand, and it's a bad one. They have had to bleed distance. They have had to come so high. Once again, the women and youth team from Italy sailed to the best breeze. The Kiwis are paying the price for the lull. Luna Rossa are also paying along with France as well. You can see those high lines.
These maneuvers are so hard, aren't they? So marginal.
Yeah, so right now it's all about minimizing maneuvers towards that finish line.
57 adesso. Destro di nuovo.
Scendiamo bene, raga. Scendiamoci bene, pressione, bravi.
170 qui. Bene Gio, non più scotta di così.
Approaching the jibe point on the boundary.
Grande destro 175, 10 nodi. Ok, prendiamo tutto. Steve jibe. In 3, 2, 1, board.
Here comes the critical jibe. So far, the breeze is with the women and youth team from Italy. New Zealand out in the middle of the course. It is neck and neck between these two. Luna Rossa women and youth jibe well. They jibe clear. But New Zealand just seem to have a little something on their side.
Unfortunately.
New Zealand still have a jibe to do. Big manoeuvre.
On the ley line, Luna Rossa women and youth, Emirates Team New Zealand, jibing, hoping to keep it on the foils. This is a critical turn. They've got to come high out of that manoeuvre. Initial gains to the Italians. How quickly can the Kiwis bring it back down? It's going to be too little. It's going to be too late. Luna Rossa women and youth have done it again. They get another race win, their third race win here in Cagliari. Marco Gradoni and the team on board this Italian boat know exactly how to get the best speed out of this craft. That was a superb display of racing skill in these incredibly light, tricky breezes.
Catch him out.
Emirates Team New Zealand take a second, a strong result, and then Luna Rossa crossing the line in third. It's great to see the America's Cup powerhouses still on top form, but the future is absolutely bright. The women and youth team from Italy have lost none of their edge from Barcelona.
And 2, 1, and board up.
The Roche-Posay racing team coming through the line in fourth place, but this is the team of the hour.
Grandi Paolo, bravi, tutta testa.
And a rare smile at the back.
Just a little speed up for the jog.
Next to come through in fifth place, Emirates Team New Zealand, women and youth team. These light winds just stretching the fleet here. Starting to see those bigger deltas, but there is a battle going on at the moment for sixth. Athena Pathway just ahead of Tudor Team Alinghi. Both teams look to have one more jive to go. And Athena Pathway are going to go for it first. Again, coming high out of that jive. Oh, and they're crashing down. They could lose this on the line, but they are just going to drift across. They did the hard work, and they took it right the way to the line. If that finish line had not moved up, it could be a very different result. Well, we can go now to Luna Rossa and we can speak to Margherita Porro and Marco Gridoni. And let me first off by saying congratulations to you both. That was really light. How hard did you have to work for that one?
Marco.
Vai, Marco.
No, it was super hard, very puffy and shifty conditions, so we have to put our head out of the boat a lot of times.
Marco, what's it like, you know, match racing the defender of the America's Cup and coming out on top? We saw a few smiles on board.
Yeah, it was a tight battle. I think Maria and Joe did a great job. So we managed to go out from this battle winning the race.
Marco, just lastly, any messages for the teams behind you? You seem to be setting the pace, and I know that you're only a youth sailor, but surely you're going to feature pretty large in the America's Cup. Any messages for those teams that are struggling to match you?
And focus on what we have to do. No message for nobody.
All right, thank you very much, Margot. Ever the gentleman, well done, and we look forward to seeing what you can do tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
Well, let's go down now to Emirates Team New Zealand, the other boat that at the moment is in the top two. We can talk now to Nathan Outridge and Seb Menzies. Nathan, let me come to you first. That was an extremely tricky day, but a lot to be happy for. Right now, you're sitting in the top two.
Yeah, it wasn't quite what the forecast had today. It just kept dropping all day and made it super challenging. We did a race on all the jib codes, which was fun, from the 3 to the 2 to the 1. And yeah, some really good racing. Obviously quite shifty and puffy, and that was a really good battle in that last one, but unfortunately we picked the wrong top mark and let the guys through.
Nathan, we enjoyed the match race with Luna Rossa youth and women. I mean, how surprised are you by how calm and confident and sailing so well?
Yeah, they're sailing really well. It's very impressive. It's great to see, and it's really healthy for the sport to be able to have young sailors coming in with opportunities like this and keeping us old guys on our toes. So hopefully we can review things a bit tonight and come out a bit stronger tomorrow.
Seb, let me just say, this is great racing. You guys have put on a great display, and I know you've just come off a pretty tough 49er Worlds, but how tough is it out here now with these boats getting so close on the water?
Oh no, it's been such good racing. Been really enjoying it. We've had a lot of good battles with those Italian boats, which has been good fun. So yeah, looking forward to what tomorrow holds.
Well, we are looking forward to it as well. We know that it's going to be tight out in the water. Well done today. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
All right, so 2 teams right now that are in the top 2, but we still have plenty of races to go. So let's just absorb exactly what happened here in fleet race number 6. Luna Rossa, women and youth, yet again coming through the field and crossing the finish line ahead of Emirates Team New Zealand by 11 seconds. So the Kiwis were hot on their heels in the light winds.
Yeah, and what a couple of days they have had. 55 points, a great margin there. The battle tomorrow, well, it's shaping up, Niall, isn't it, between Emirates Team New Zealand and Luna Rossa to get that second spot to get into the final. For the youth and women Luna Rossa, they just need a steady couple of races, but a lovely margin.
It's so impressive what that young team, well, the women and young team has done from Italy, and you can imagine just what it means to everybody. Let's take a look at how that race panned out, a race that ultimately went the way of the Italians. But at that start, everybody was fighting so hard for that line. Those boats that were coming in from that right-hand side, some early, some late, we're going to see all of these teams pushing it right to the gun.
The battle was set up at the top mark, wasn't it? Great starts from both these boats, great speed, good manoeuvring.
Oh, you'll just keep speed.
The whole thing was kept unbelievably close. I mean, if you were asking for drama, if you were asking for a performance, these 2 teams delivered. They kept it so tight all the way round, just nip and tuck. And great to see those core sailing skills, that tactical display in full force today. But this was a very big moment in the race. The split at the top. One of the teams, Luna Rossa Women and Youth, forcing the Kiwis over to that right-hand side. In the end, it didn't turn out in their favour. They were needing to find the breeze, and they let the Kiwis sail to the best of it.
It was a tricky day, wasn't it? Patchy breeze, difficult manoeuvres.
And that was the moment where the Italians took the lead, but the Kiwis held on hard all the way to the finish. Really impressive display from both teams. A great race to enjoy. This was just how close it could get on the water. Those jives, so crucial to get right. And this was a rare slip from Emirates Team New Zealand. Jiving in the light winds, you could see how high the trail had to go. That was all the Italians needed to slip into first place, and they narrowly held it to the line. If you let up, if you slip off your mark just by 1 millimetre, Luna Rossa Women and Youth will take you down for it. Well, we still have one more day of racing here in Cagliari, Sardinia, and this is how it lines up. 2 more fleet races, the last chance for points before we take only the top 2 teams and we put them into a winner-takes-all match race final. There are the 2 Italian boats back to their home bases. We have got one more day of racing. It has been great out here.
It's been so good, hasn't it? I mean, yesterday it was windy and wavy, and today light and difficult, hard to manoeuvre.
And Adil, I mean, those teams did so well in the light breezes.
Yeah, exactly. A lot came into play. You needed to be very tactical, but also have really good technical skills of the boat to keep foiling.
We're going to see a lot more of that tomorrow. The forecast is good, but the breeze here in Cagliari can change. The sailors put it on for us on the water. Certainly great to see those tactics coming through. The sailors do not want to give anything away, do they?
They're so tight, and what a battle we're going to have tomorrow. They're getting better and better as the days go on. What a battle we're going to have between Italy and New Zealand for that second spot.
You've got to argue that Luna Rossa Women and Youth are looking strong, but it's only going to be those top 2 teams. 2 more races tomorrow, 10 points for the winner of each in this high-scoring regatta. Who is going to get into that winner-takes-all final, and who is going to prevail at the America's Cup preliminary regatta here in Cagliari, Sardinia?